Hi, soul family. How we feeling? How we doing? It's your girl, Jayo Fire, and we back at it again with another soulful episode because it is the sweet tea for the soul. And I finally feel like I'm in my energy, not under the influence of the negative energy that I was surrounding myself with. And I'm going to tell you exactly why in this video. No, I do not have an incense. But I finally have my tea, my burdock root tea by Buddha Tea. And what this does is cleanse out your blood, some other natural stuff that I don't remember on the top of my head, but Buddha Tea is really nice, organic herbal tea, and even down to their tea bags. They don't have toxic waste within their tea bag. And they have quotes. So the quote of the day is, "Tell the children the truth" by Bob Marley, the one and only. Yes, So today's video, before we talk about today's video, I don't know, for the OGs, if you remember, I made a video about balancing your masculine and feminine energy within yourself, right? And then I was like, for the next topic, for the next video, we're going to talk about balancing your feminine and masculine energy outwards when it comes to relationships, right? I'm going to try my best to cater to everybody's relationship. Because like I said, everybody has that masculine and feminine energy. So depending on what partner that you're with, one has to uphold the other more dominantly than whoever. Or if you have a good thing of balancing both, that's also cool too. Before we start off, I'm in a very healthy, happy relationship. Yes. Thank you so much. It's been going good, very good. It's kind of like early still. We met in October, so October, November, December, January, February. Like 5-6 months. You know what I'm saying? Made it official in November, so like 5-6 months or whatever the case may be. One thing I could definitely say is that relationship is divinely guided. And we both felt that guidance since day one. And the way that he found me, the way that he manifested me, the way that he showed up into my life, and the way that we have been in harmony ever since, you could definitely feel the divineness behind it, especially because I fuck with his family heavy. And for the main reason of that is because his family and even himself, they resonate with my values, my goals, and who I am as a person. I always said too, like, the person I end up being with for a very long time, I would know when they keep me in my divine energy. Because, you can slack off sometimes, or just even being with the wrong person and they just take you off the wrong path, right? Take you off of a path that you thought you was going to stay on because it's you, but then you get distracted and blah, 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 blah. No, like, this relationship is no distraction at all. Like, no matter how much time we spend with each other throughout the week, throughout the month, whatever the case may be, it's never a distraction because his energy and my energy, it just goes together so well. Like, we just uphold each other and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And as you guys know, like the OGs, if you've been watching me from the beginning, you know the work that I put in to get here for myself, and to also, get here for a relationship. Because I've talked about balancing the feminine and masculine energy within you. I've talked about grounding yourself. I've talked about, setting goals and manifestation and your intentions. And I've talked about healing yourself so it can reflect on your outside world. I've talked about so many different things. And I've told you guys, not only was I talking about it, but I was being about it. And this relationship was definitely a reflection of the work that I put in, because he also put in work himself, and it shows, you know what I'm saying? So, I just see myself within him, and vice versa. Like, we just resonate very well. And we're the same sign. Like, literally, his birthday is like 4 days after me. So, T is T for sure. And, okay, now let's talk about, like, how I got here. If you guys seen the video where I talked about me having that little oopsie daisy type of situation, that raw dog video when I was in the car venting and stuff like that, then summertime, I was not in a good spot. I was not with the right person. I was not in the right energy. When I think about summer was literally just like a dark cloud over my head, because I was just in the wrong energy on the whole, and the person I was with was just not a good reflection of that. Like, it just made things 10 times worse. I was the brokest I've ever been in the summer. I was smoked out in the summer. I was not really in my feminine energy at all, honestly, like a teensy bit. I was not in my full potential. I didn't see my own worth in the summer. I was getting into stuff with my family in the summer. Summer was just not a good summer. Summer was just... The only highlight of my summer was visiting my friends in Connecticut. That was it. And I didn't even post that. You know what I'm saying? But that was the highlight of my summer. Right? Everything else just felt like crap. And there was really nothing that I could do in the moment, because I didn't have the strength to do it in the moment. I didn't have the strength to break things off in the moment, even though this relationship right now is draining me. I didn't have the strength to build up my finances, because I was so distracted with other stuff that I just ended up broken. Every time I got money, I spent it on weed. Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy. So I was in the energy of just not balancing out the energies within me, the masculine and feminine energies within me, right? So I had a tendency, and I stopped this, I had a tendency of matching energy, right? And as anybody, honestly, like, if you're a male and you're trying to match the energy of a female, and if you're a female and you're trying to match the energy of a male, it's just not gonna work out for you, because you're stepping out of your own energy into somebody else's that may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to match his masculine energy in a way, but what that did for me at the end of the day was take me off of my own path. What the fuck is that? Hold on. I gotta make this quick, because the guy to mow the lawn is here, and you know how that get. But anyways, yeah, so I was trying to match his energy by just being more, more like hard shell. Like, I was more toxic within a relationship. Like, I had a smart ass mouth. I was quick to catch an attitude. I wasn't really like compassionate. I wasn't cuddly, and honestly, it wasn't even him really. I feel like that needed to happen. That relationship needed to happen to show me what the hell I was really hiding inside. Because all of those things didn't pop up out of nowhere. I've been had a smart mouth. I've been snappy. You know what I'm saying? I've been I've been doing these things. But the relationship just brought it out of me in a whole different level. Like, that was such a karmic relationship that is just like everything that my shadow side had within, it just brought to the front and center. I'm like, hold on, I haven't been this person since high school. What the hell? Like, and it needed to be brought up so I could heal it. So I understood that part at the moment. And I kind of knew that in the back of my head, so I let it play out. You know what I'm saying? I let those energies come forward. Every time I felt that attitude brewing up in me, I let it loose. You know what I'm saying? Every time I felt like I had a smart comeback, oh baby, I'm going to say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let that shit loose for a reason, because I knew it had to be brought up in the moment. And honestly, it was looking fun. So I'm like, okay, like, I have an excuse now because he wasn't the greatest either, so we were just tit for tat type of situation. And hey, but I could say I got it out my system, so it is no longer there. I no longer have the urge to have a smart mouth or whatever the case may be. Especially with the person I'm with now, that would never come up because we don't have a toxic relationship. I ain't got to worry about all that. Okay, so that was that, and it needed to be brought up. And it did. And it did to the point where, like, I started to get lost in that. And I just became a person that complained a lot. I became a person that was grumpy. It became a person that was shut off. And I was like, this is not the Jai that I know that I've been working on. I need to revert back into, you know what I'm saying? So when I started to grow as a person, it's silly me, I thought the person that I was with was willing to grow too. Apparently not. So we just end up going on different paths or whatever, and that got messy within itself. But I'm glad that I'm here and I'm healthy, and then yeah, everything's taken care of, and I don't gotta worry about that BS anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But God knew what I was manifesting for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Since I was healing and broken up with my, I guess, high school sweetheart a couple years back, I was like, the next relationship that I get into that's serious, I'm going to need it to be healthy. I'm going to need it to be my last. I'm going to need it to really, like, reflect all the good within me. So I started pushing. I started working hard. I started going on YouTube. I started journaling. I started meditating. I started doing research. I started really just like, okay, boom. What this last relationship showed me was that I need to work on my attitude. I need to work on my smart ass mouth. I need to work on being more submissive. I need to work on not falling into temptation. I need to work on not looking for attention. I need to, like, all these things. I'm looking back at my relationships and I'm like, this is what it showed me. This is what I applied. This is what I need to do to actually get the relationship that I want. So like I said, I've been putting in that work. Alrighty. And literally the first day, I'm telling you, the first day I met my current boyfriend, we were talking about this. Literally, we were talking about how relationships can reflect a certain healing that you need to work on yourself. And I was like, wow, that's exactly how I feel. That's exactly what I talk about on my YouTube. And he watches my YouTube, so he knows like how I think mentally, and we connected on that intellectually. And I love that so much because we stayed on that path. It literally took us on a pathway of open communication. From our first conversation, we've had that topic, like relationships reflect a certain part of you, and we talked about that. We talked about breaking generational curses and how our behavior reflected such and such. I'm like, wow, this man is very smart. This man thinks like me. And then we just, gone off of that. So, like I said, he was putting in that work. So on his side, he was putting in that work to manifest a certain relationship for himself as well, right? And that eventually became on a path of us meeting each other, having similar backstories, which was also very wild to me. But then it also was just like, nah, this is God. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not wild. This is God. Like, this is This is beyond what me and him could control. You know, we manifested something, but we didn't know we would. Well, I ain't gonna lie, he knew before me, but it just flowed into that. Now within the relationship, I had to let go of being super independent. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, this man is very dominant within his masculine energy in a very healthy way. At first, I thought a masculine energy was supposed to be aggressive and, loud and just out there. No, it's not that, because this man is very masculine, but at the same time, he is very compassionate and soft and caring, and it balances out so well because I respect him very much. I respect his masculine energy, and his masculine energy is so dominant. It's not even like loud where like, yeah, I'm a man of the house, da-da-da. No, it's like very subtle, but it's there. Like, it's the energy that he possesses, and it's just like, okay, cool. I ain't gotta worry about, being X, Y, and Z in a relationship, because I'm not gonna lie, I used to wear the pants a lot in relationships. I do not wear the pants at all. Girl, I got on my big girl panties. Okay? Them little sexy drawers. Okay? Like, I don't have to worry about all of that. It literally pushes me into a feminine energy where it's like, okay, girl, now you have to really be submissive. You really have to be compassionate. You really have to be caring. You have to be more lovey-dovey now, because you literally have no choice. This man is taking care of everything else. That man is a true provider. So now you have to be more submissive than you ever been before. He's the first person where I could truly say, like, I have so much compassion for. I can truly say that I am more submissive in this relationship than I've ever been or ever thought to be. You know what I'm saying? I used to look at submission kind of sideways, but then I always told y'all too, like, don't be submissive to the wrong person. And hey, in the back of my head, I knew that. So I would always wear the pants in a relationship, because I'm like, I'm not about to be fully submissive to you. You're not leading me nowhere. But this man right here, I know he's going to lead me in the right path. I could literally walk blind and just let him do his thing. So I had to learn to kind of like pull back. Like, example, when we first got together, he was organizing all the dates, right? I haven't told him this, but deep down I was like, not in a bad way, I was just like, bro, I'm used to doing that. When am I going to choose the date? Like, what are you doing? And it just like, I was not like agitated or angry, but I was just like, I was looking at him sideways like, bro, I want to take care of this, but I had to learn, no, like, this is a sign right here to be submissive. Like, let that man plan dates. You was complaining about X, Y, and Z wasn't taking you nowhere, and now you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, okay, cool. Now I got to receive. I wasn't in that receiving energy. I was still healing from being dominant and independent, super independent at that. I'm always be independent, but I was still in that super independent thing, and I wasn't used to receiving. With him, I have to receive because he is a giver. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just naturally him. So I had to literally like lean back in my feminine energy, and honestly, it felt good. Like, I started, focusing on things that I could. Like, he has an idea, he has something that he wants to do. Okay, I'm nourishing that automatically. I'm taking care of myself, so like, do my hair, dressing up sexy, which I've never done before. But since I'm in my my feminine energy is like, I dress depending on how I'm feeling. And honestly, I just been feeling more like feminine and more sexy lately. So I'm like, okay, and now I need to buy some heels. I went to an event the other day and wore some heels with him. It's not me. When do you ever see me in heels? But I did it because I was just, that's how he makes me feel inside, I'm like looking at dresses and all type of shit. But yes. So that's something I had to get used to, was being more submissive, being more compassionate, not being so aggressive. Don't get me wrong, he's still, what I also appreciate too is like when I do get into the more logical mindset, he also respects it as well. You know, like some people will be threatened by it, but he's not threatened by it at all. Like I could be very logical at times, I could be independent, I could be a little aggressive sometimes or whatever, but he's not scared at it at all, because you know, we're getting to know each other, and honestly, like from day one we just matched, so we just understood each other from day one. Yeah, so your girl worked hard, and now she's here, and I really and truly, all I really have to do is just believe in myself career-wise as much as I do in this relationship. But that is also manifesting in a way too, because marketing has been a big thing for me lately, and that's what we've been pushing towards. We're setting up talent shows for schools, and we're setting up different events, and we're just doing a damn thing, and that's another thing as well. But YouTube, my baby right here, I got to get to it more. I got pulled up on it the other day, I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I'm here. I'm loving the critical feedback. Thank you very much. So yeah. New beginnings, y'all. Like I've balanced out the masculine and feminine energy within me, and it's reflecting outwards, and I'm going to see a beautiful year. This 2025, I'm telling you, this is my year. I'm feeling it already, and it's only March. I've been feeling it since my birthday, honestly. So I'm happy. I can't wait to see what else God got for me. And I don't know what else to say, but there will be more to come, and I just thank you guys so much. Anyways, see you on the flip side. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, comment, you know what I'm saying? Like, what have you been working towards, and how are you putting in the effort towards to manifest something? It could literally manifest a car, a job, a relationship, friends. Like, what were you manifesting lately that actually came into fruition, and you just knew like God was listening to you the whole time, and you were actually putting in that work? Let me know, because for me, that was a relationship. I'm not even gonna hold you. That was on the forefront. Every time I seen the shooting star, every time it was time for the full moon cycle, relationship, hello. Like, that was me. So it finally came through, and cheers to that. So I'll see you guys. I'm not gonna say when, but I'll see you guys.